This is Missy from ProGamers. Thank you for watching. And today I'm going to do something we've never done before, a live commentary. And I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm going to tell you how I went from Prom Queen to Game Geek. And it starts when I moved back from Houston, Texas to Norway, which I'm originally from. And I actually just went straight on to a boarding school far away out in nowhere. I don't know how I got there, but I did. It was like a boarding school, high school-ish thing. And when I was there, I got really ill. I got really sick. And from that illness, I developed something called fibromyalgia, which is enormous fucking pain in your body, in your joints, in your muscles, everywhere, and it drains you completely of energy because it's an infection, a chronic infection in the nervous system. So everywhere you have nerves in your body, you have pain. And going to school with that, it's like you have flu, you just want to lay in bed, and I kept laying in bed and I didn't get better. And that's when I was diagnosed, and they told me, yeah, it won't go away. We don't really know anything about this illness, we can't really help you. And I'm like, what? What's going on, I was super social. I had a lot of friends. I love to party. I love clothes and makeup, I love all that. I'm a really girly girl. And this completely ruined my life. I have something that drains me so much of energy. I didn't have energy to do anything. My friends and my family didn't understand. So, I slowly started to cut them off because they didn't know what I was going through. And then once I finally had to drop out of school because I had too much absence, I moved back home. And at 17, I thought my life was over. I didn't see a future or anything like that. Everything was like really, really dark time for me. And I ended up in a depression after experiencing some trauma that I went through. And then after a while, my stepdad came to me and he was like, you should really try Red Dead Redemption, which you can see gameplay of right here. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm not into the gaming scene. But after a while, I got really tired of being at home. I didn't really have energy to do anything else. So I was like, all right. And he kept pushing me and, have you tried it yet? And I was like, fine, I'll go get it. I went all over town. The game was like a year old because this was in 2011. And I was like, all right. And I went and I actually found it. And I brought it home. And you couldn't get it off the PlayStation, which I borrowed from my brother. And I'm pretty sure he never got it back because I was stuck there. You couldn't get me off it. I was playing and playing and playing. And my mom was actually playing as well. And, together we went through the main story. And, mostly she picked flowers. I did the gang hideouts, she picked flowers. I went hunting to make money. She still picked flowers, because she don't really killing anything and whatsoever. And, no, it was just like a really good time. But the thing is, like, I didn't stop playing. Once the mission was done, I didn't stop. I continued roaming the single player until one day where I think I accidentally pressed something on the start menu and I ended up in multiplayer. I had no idea what's going on. I didn't know it was a multiplayer. I didn't know what a multiplayer was or what it looked like. Didn't even know this game had one. I just know that I ended up in Mexico. I was not John Marston. I was Seth, the Gravedigger. And I started right by a gang hideout. So as soon as I spawned, I got shot at. And all I had was a Cattleman, which is like a lousy pistol. And I died. And I was like, alright. I spawned. And then I was like, I just have to run away from this place. And I called my horse, which turned out to be a donkey. And I was like, alright, I'm fucking. you know, because that shit is slow and it's fat and you won't get anywhere. And I kept dying. And I was like, no, I don't know what this is, but I'm leaving it. I went back to the single player for a few weeks until, you know, I did the story so many times that I know it by heart. So it's like, okay, I'll try whatever that was. And I went back. I didn't spawn by a gang hideout, so I didn't really die. So I got a chance to roam around a little bit until I found people. And I was like, oh, that's what this is. It's an online, because they were talking, you know. And then I connected the dots. And I met people, you know. I didn't have a mic or anything, so I was like texting them and stuff. And I got really frustrated because I'm like, but I want to communicate, you know. If I'm shooting something, I don't have time to stop and write you a message. So I was like, I need to get a mic. Alright. So I went to GameStop. I had like a big coat and a hat and a mustache on so no one would recognize me whatsoever. Because my friends, you know, the people I was with, hanging around and everything like that, they did not play like any games whatsoever. You know, maybe Farmville or something. And, you know, that was not my scene. I wasn't that gamer, you know. I was like a popular person who focused on makeup and clothes, you know. So I was like, alright, I'm sinking really low here by buying a mic so I could talk to people online, like what's going on. But I went to GameStop, I got the mic, like I didn't even know what I got. I just like, get mic, PlayStation, thank you, alright. And I got it in a bag. I was hiding it slightly under my jacket. Like, I walked pretty fast, I power walked back out to the car. And, you know, I made a big scene of it because it was a big thing for me. And then once I got home and I had the mic, I had the game, I could actually communicate with people. You know, and people are like, oh, you're playing on casual. And I'm like, thank you. Yeah, I am casual. You know, I didn't know what that means because I was shooting around on casual. Because the only thing that I played was zombies and Undead Overrun. So, you know, it's easier. People are like, it's easier if you play it on casual, which it is. And then I played normal, and I still had casual on, and I didn't know that that was automatically headshots. You know, I thought it was just like you're just casually shooting, like you're laid back. Like I had no clue what I was doing. I was holding the controller with my thumb and my, I think it's index finger or pointy finger, whatever. You know, I have holding the analog stick with 2 fingers. I was really awkward, you know, but I had a lot of fun. And you know, like I ran into some clans and they were all shooting me. I had no idea what's going on. It was so scary. And the first clan I ran into, it was like the Rangers, and they talked some shit. I always talk shit, so I talk shit back, and they're like, oh, we're gonna hunt you down. And I was exactly where I am now, and they was riding, you know, from, I think it was Armadillo, a big old posse, filling up the whole room, trying to get me, and I had the shitty weapons, and I panicked, you know, and they're riding slowly, intimidating, you know, and I was like, oh, they're so cool.
Sweet justice.
But that was my first encounter with a clan. But either way, like, I slowly got more into the game, you know. I was really passionate about this game, and I could play it. I played it for months, you know, really seriously months, every day, hours, and, you know, people were getting frustrated at me, like, are you still playing? Are you still playing this fucking game? And I, you know, still had my illness, so, you know, like, I wanted a social life as well, and I got that online, and I couldn't really get it, you know, outside the game, because I didn't have energy to meet up with anyone or to go to them and hang out and everything like that. And they got sick of getting turned down when they asked, like, come out, let's go to the club. And I'm like, no, no. So I got cut off from all my friends, and the only people I had left was people online who didn't know about the illness or didn't care about it. And I had like enough energy to be with them, so I choose them over anyone else because it was easier that way for me, because I didn't have to put that much into it. And slowly, gaming or Red Dead Redemption, it brought me out of the depression, because I could take my mind off everything else that was going on, with the depression and anxiety and everything that I built up, and I was just really happy when I played. Like, I found my thing, you know, and that's how I went from prom queen to game geek, because I just kept playing and I'm still playing. And I might not be very good at it, but I love it and it's my passion. And that's why we started Pro Gamers, because we wanted to bring everyone together, everyone who loves games or passionate about games or don't even know about it or not really passionate about it, to have a place where they can feel like they belong. And that's my story. I hope you liked it. The live commentary, it's brand new to Pro Gamers. It might be something we continue doing if we get positive feedback or whatnot. And that's it. So continue having a wonderful day. Keep gaming, and that's it. Goodbye.